York City, right? We would perform in, you know, the different boroughs, starting at 12:30 at night in 1983, practicing our craft, right? We'd be in Manhattan at the Copacabana, or we, you know, in Queens at the roller skating ring, right, at 1 o'clock in the morning, and somewhere else at 1:30 in the morning. So honing our craft. New York City is a very important city to us. So for me, people have been praying for us, supporting us, and doing all these things for a long time now. And we've been extracting, and it's been tugging on me to make sure that that continues to happen. But how do we pour back into these communities that have been allowing us to, you know, reach our wildest dreams? So that's what this is all about.
I know the tour life must be demanding, but you're taking time throughout these tour stops to pour into these communities. Talk to me, one, about why that was so important for you to make sure as you travel the country, you're connecting with the folks.
My mom always says you are blessed, right, to be a blessing to yourself, but a blessing to others as well, right? And I didn't begin to fully understand that and the magnitude of it until I was, you know, kind of slowed down a little bit. And for me, organizations like LifeCamp, Erica Ford, since 2002, and even beyond, because it's in her DNA, they have been boots on the ground, making things happen. When I hear about stats like 15% less violence in areas where they're partnering with other city organizations, that's what I'm talking about. How do I connect to organizations like that that are changing, you know, taking action? And that's what this is all about. If I make $100,000 in a night, anybody want to make $100,000 tonight? Yes, I did. Look, let's put 10, let's put 15, let's put 20 back on the table, right? And that's what it's all about.
Do you remember how you met Erica Ford, and what was it about her and her work that just grabbed your attention?
So, my guy David Huie, Viok Marketing, a friend of mine, ever since probably 96 or so we met, right before the Home Again tour, very tumultuous time in New Edition's history, but we've been rocking with each other since then. He has the same heart for the people, right? And he introduced me to Erica. I talked to her on the phone. I was on vacation in the Cayman Islands, so I'm excited about being here for the first time and hugging her really for the first time, and continuing a relationship that's gonna, you know, continue to change like she in effect and impact people as she has been doing.
And why is this issue of violence, particularly in, you know, communities like here in Queens, why is this issue important for you personally?
Well, Left Rack City, you know, when I first started coming to New York City, right, there were some twins that were security guards for us, and I would love to go hang out with them. So I kind of got some roots, you know, in the city. But violence, you know, when I think Left Rack City, you know, you hear the stories. When I think Cathedral Projects, where I'm from in Boston, you know, seeing somebody die, you know, on the steps that you have to go up, you know, to the 3rd floor where your grandmother, you know, and the rest of your family lives. Things like that are being seen far too often, right? There's too many, I want to say a word that I'm not going to say, you know, guns in the street right now. So the reverse is, what do we do with the mentality of the people that are holding the guns? Like, how do we stop the violence? And I love the work that they're doing. I don't say, and I don't claim to have all of the answers, but I want to connect myself to people that do have the answers. And I feel like Erica Ford and her organization, LifeCamp, they're definitely putting solutions and answers together.
As you travel the country to these different cities,
Thanks.
As you're traveling this country, going to these different cities and connecting with organizations like LifeCamp, what are you seeing that's actually working? What are you where are you seeing that organizations are being able to make that real difference for their community?
When it's in their DNA to really care, you know, you can talk about it, but you got to be about it. And that's what it is. You know, OGs, right, that come out of prison, that understand the error of their ways in some capacity, and they're willing to pass that knowledge on, you know, to people that are facing those same choices, right? That's important. Our youth and the OGs, which I'm an OG, right? We have a teen summit coming up in Baltimore in a few days, and it's about having conversations, right? Like, what is it that you need from us? Because this is what we need from you guys, right? We want y'all to raise your bar because you're kings and queens and all of the above, right? But what do you need from us to help you do that, right? So it just feels good to, you know, have influence, right? And have relationships and have a fan base, right? And have friends and family members that are understanding what it is that you're trying to do, and they're getting behind you. Like, this is a movement, this Live Your Legacy. I'm on the Legacy Tour with New Edition, right? But it's the Live Your Legacy Tour, right? As far as the give back is concerned, right? We gotta live the legacy we wanna leave, right? Like, how do we educate ourselves about not only the generational trauma, and Erica said this, but the generational wealth, you know, part of what's going on. Like, let's have the conversation to get over the trauma and move into how we elevate ourselves, you know, on this side of the table. So,
golf.
Yeah. Yes, April 24th, Monday. I'm excited about that. It's a sport that I love to play, and anytime you can do something that you love to do, you know, and party with the purpose, right? That's what it's all about. Angie Martinez, you know, so many others are just donating their money, their resources, their time, to make sure that this movement keeps going.
As you're here today in Queens and you're meeting with, you know, folks from the neighborhood, meeting with young people, what lessons do you want them to learn from your story? You know, coming up in Boston, you know, persevering in the music industry for 40 years. What do you think your story can help, you know, teach and share with other people?
I think I am a direct reflection of who they are, right? The streets, the projects, Boston, Massachusetts. This is a place that is not designed for you to make it out of, right? But me and my guys, Bob, Mike, Ralph, Ricky, we found a way, my Uncle Brooke, to make it out, right? We've inspired a lot of people along the way, and it's important that while you're doing that, you know, and succeeding in life, that you reach back, you know, and pull others up. Those kinds of things is really what life is all about. I have two kids now. Like, I didn't have them until I was 50, right? So maybe that's another light that was shined on as well. Like, okay, you know, there's really another generation that we have to pour into so that they can leave this thing in a better place.
Yeah. My last question for you is, when I hear you talk about your story, it sounds like to me that music was what you were able to hold on to, and that's what's helped elevate you out of Boston. Right. How important is it for young people to find that thing to hold on to and elevate them? It might not be music for everyone, but talk to me about the importance of having something to hold on to and to strive for, you know, to improve your situation.
No matter what it is, if it's dentistry, if it's engineering, if it's being a lawyer, if it's picking up the rock, right? Consistency and commitment, right, will allow you to be prepared, right, when the opportunity presents itself. I think for New Edition, the lesson is 1978 to 1980, rehearsal, right? Almost 5 times, at least a week, a couple hours a day, an hour a day, whatever that is, rehearsal. I jump in the group in 1980, right? Still in Boston, nobody knows us worldwide, right? 81, 82, 83, 3 years of consistency and commitment, like working on our craft. Candy Girl comes out in 1983, right? We were prepared for the moment when it presented itself. And 40 years later, because of that preparation, we're still rocking and rolling. So that's what I want to leave to, you know, anyone that's really just hoping to listen.
Thank you so much for your time. Those were all of my questions. Unless there's any other points you wanted to be sure to share.
That's it. What y'all think? You know what I'm saying? How y'all feeling in the back? Sounds good.
I appreciate your time. I know it's busy with the tour and performing and other media appearances, so we really value
We have
the time.
tickets
Thank you.
for kids, right?
That's about it.
Hold on, before you take that off, if there's an addition, you're still donating 8 tickets to 4
Correct.
parents and 4
Right.
kids. That needs to be addressed somehow.
Right.
Oh,
Whoever wants.
Donated for
Yeah. So whoever it is, whatever it is. Alright, yeah. So whatever it is, yeah. So yeah, they come into concert on.
okay, yeah, so we'll get some of the
Yeah, that's what we did. Just know that was something cool that Erica did and he's down or whatever, and now they can take pictures with him. I think they said to be the Mother's Day. What's the year?
We have 4. We're checking 4 parents.
Are they here?
Yeah, we got 3 here. 3 here.
You want them in? How do you want to do this?
Yeah,
Alright, let's get them in the show. That's what we do.
or should he go over and give them the tickets?
So these are the tickets you're going to get.
Tickets as they walk up, you can help me with it.
Correct. You one of the mothers?
Hi, what's your name?
You're going to be in the building.
I sure am. Then how many you want, huh? I got a few of them for you. Is it just one we're giving them? Yes, there you go, Mama. You're welcome. Okay, you coming to the show too? Yes, I am. That's awesome. What's your name?
Carolyn Dixon.
Yes, Carolyn Dixon. I got a few for you. There you go.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, you're welcome. One more.
Yes, I'm Jennifer Field.
You working here like me, right?
I was working here, but I'm still coming to the Thank you.